Black Mesa is a masterpiece. I love everything it has to offer, and it still remains as my favorite video game of all time for the past 11 years. I love the narrative behind it, the gameplay, the choices of mods you can attach to this game, and how the game has a unique approach to teaching you how to play. Narratively, the Black Mesa Research Facility takes place in the New Mexico desert around the 2000s era. It is a government-funded facility that experiments in teleportation, lasers, rocketry, robotics, hydroelectricity, and experimental propulsion. You begin the story with riding the tram and learning that you are Gordon Freeman, a theoretical physicist heading to work in the Sector C test labs. The game doesn't immediately propel you into a chaotic situation like many games do. Instead, Black Mesa takes its time and exhibits restraint by letting you see what Black Mesa is and who inhabits it before everything goes wrong. The tram section is meant for you to breathe in the atmosphere and immerse yourself in the world of Black Mesa, giving you the feeling that these are real people. This is just any other day for the occupants of Black Mesa. The equipment in the facility keeps failing to give you a sense of dread and foreshadow what is about to happen. In this game, there is no such thing as cutscenes. Rather, you simply experience the story without the game taking your keyboard away. By not locking you into any cutscenes and stripping Gordon Freeman's voice, the game creates a relationship between the player and this facility. As you arrive at the Sector C test labs, you finally don your HEV hazard suit.
Welcome to the HEV Mark IV Protective.
And make your way to the testing area.
Have a very safe day.
Go right on through, sir.
One of your colleagues begins to express deep concern for the test, considering the sample you are handling is very unstable, until he realizes that you're a highly trained professional.
Gordon, we have complete confidence in you.
Well, go ahead. Let's let him in now.
After that, they both allow you to enter the test chamber. You climb a ladder, press a button, and wait for the sample to reach you, where you are instructed to put this otherworldly crystal into the analysis port of the anti-mass spectrometer.
Standard insertion for non-standard specimens.
This is the very moment where chaos begins to ensue. Creatures begin to teleport in and out of reality right above you. Green energy in the middle of the test chamber fills the entire room with its light. That light from the center takes you away from this world and displaces you towards an unfamiliar world. And again, you are sent to a void populated by the creatures you just witnessed back at the facility. After these green beings identify you, you are taken back to your world. You come face to face with the result of your own actions. You make your way up the elevator, attempting to leave the testing area, and come across Dr. Isaac Kleiner and Dr. Eli Vance, who instruct you to find a way out of here. From this point on, you begin to truly see the horrors that have landed upon this facility. Your peers get casually blown up, or have their minds taken over and turned into bloodthirsty killers. Eventually, you'll find these canine-like aliens trying to engage you in combat by using sonic blasts to kill you. They are known as Hound Eyes. The next creature you gotta worry about is one that shoots acid out of its mouth from long distances. They are the Bull Squids. But it doesn't end there. Remember those slender green men who peacefully approached you earlier? Yeah, well, now they've come to destroy you by shocking you with green lightning. The head crabs, the Hound Eyes, the Bull Squids, and the Vortigaunts are what make up the basic pool of aliens to fight. After Black Mesa finally got to be sold as a paid Steam game in 2015, it was launched side by side with its own Steam Workshop page. The idea behind Steam Workshop is that the community of a game begins to make their own creations to implement within the base game. In this game, there are a wide range of mods to choose from. You can make the game look more like the latest game in the Half-Life entry, such as Half-Life Alyx. Or you can decide to go backwards and try to make Black Mesa look more like the original game in the classic Half-Life art style. You can choose to subscribe to mods that fix the game, or you can choose to take the game less seriously. The choice is up to you. The world of Black Mesa is your oyster. Black Mesa is not like any other game when it comes to how they teach the player. The game uses the Valve rule of having no obvious tutorials and shows you through gameplay instead. Here are a few examples. You get to learn that when you touch the blue laser on this trip mine, it explodes. The scientist running into it and setting it off teaches you the trip mine's function. There are also red lasers you can trip which are directly tied to these ground turrets. The first barnacle you come across makes its appearance by shattering the ceiling and ropes in an unaware scientist. Now you know what these enemies are capable of doing. No one tells you how to do these tutorials, you are simply shown it. I call it the invisible tutorial. So that's everything. What makes me love this game so much is everything from its narrative, its gameplay, how flexible you can modify the game, and how this game treats you like an adult.